Is porn bad? How does it affect my sex life? And if I only watch it every now and then, is it still bad? Hey my love, my name is Magda Kay. I'm an intimacy expert, tantra teacher, and a relationship coach for men and women, singles and couples. And today I want to talk about porn. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, so let's start with the good. And yes, I do believe that there are some good aspects of porn. Now, this is something that probably you're not gonna hear anyone tell you, but porn is actually educational. Like, think about it. We're not really exposed to sex in many ways. We see Hollywood movies that censor everything, or we see porn. So in fact, through porn, you get to learn about some fetishes, new positions, some kinks, and just kind of expand your idea of, oh, wow, that's possible. Some people are into this. I didn't know. So I think this aspect is a positive side of porn. Now, this can also inspire you to try different things, right? So it can give you some ideas what to do. So I think this is actually good about porn. And I will say that watching this with your partner can be really nice to kind of help you guys turn each other on and spice things up. And also watching this with your partner allows you to kind of release shame around sexuality. So you may notice that you find it really difficult to be able to watch porn with your partner next to you. That's great. It shows that on some level there is still discomfort and inhibitions around your sexuality. So you have an opportunity to let it go. Another benefit I see in porn is that it helps us normalize our fetishes and kinks. So I find that because we don't talk about sexuality enough, we don't talk about styles of sexuality, and yes, there are different sexuality types, just like personality types. We don't talk about those kinks and preferences and different things that turn people on, then you end up feeling really alone when you discover something that you don't see in Hollywood movies, right? And then it's easy to feel like there's something wrong with me, that, maybe I need to go to a doctor, maybe I need to go to a coach and healer and change this. But basically we think that there is something wrong with us. So through watching porn, you can recognize that, oh wow, I'm not the only one who is interested in this. There are other people who practice this as well. So through having this feedback, you can let go of all of these thoughts that something is wrong with you and just accept yourself. And then the next step may be maybe embracing those kinks and trying them out and playing with them. But I find that really accepting our desires, our turn zones, and our fantasies and our kinks is such an important path to full sexual liberation. So I do find this to be a really good positive aspect of porn. And honestly, I really don't think that this should be some dark secret. There's so much shame around this, and honestly, I don't think we should feeling any shame. Now, there are bad aspects to porn, and I'm gonna talk about it in a moment, but just the fact that we are watching it, that's just as normal as having sex. And I think there's so much shame around the fact that, oh my God, how dare you watch it? What's wrong with you? You're like an animal, you're a pervert, you're sleazy, and all of these additional adjectives that are really not necessary. So I really want to say this because I feel that we judge people really unnecessary because they watch porn. Now, let me now speak about the bad things. And yes, we do have quite a few bad things about porn. So the first thing is, and I know you've heard it, but I actually want to explain it. So porn is male-centered, right? It caters to the arousal, how the arousal moves through a male body. It basically shows no foreplay. It shows the things that men want and that excite men. Now, these days we have way more porn that is, in theory, dedicated to women. But still, even the most female-centered porn really does not represent the reality of how women experience sexuality and what truly turns us on. So the foreplay that you see in porn, even porn for women, it's far from what it is that we actually desire and want. And so then men can easily assume what women women want and what turns them on, and it's just not the reality. Now, the second really big disadvantage coming from porn is that it creates unrealistic expectations around male and female body. Now, of course, we always see this beautiful body, very muscular men, very skinny women, women having big fake breasts. And then, we have expectations on ourselves that this is how we need to look. And that is even more serious when it comes to the genitals. So notice in porn, the guy always have a big cock, right? And then a woman where her pussy has very little inner lips. Now, that is really crazy and extremely unhealthy. And it pushed people to getting plastic surgeries and all the weird treatments to look more how all those actors in porn look. So we have men trying different pumps and taking pills to grow their penis, which, by the way, you can grow your penis just as much as you can grow your hand. And women are actually getting plastic surgeries, cutting their inner lips so they are smaller. And yes, you will find porn with smaller penises and bigger lips, but these are under kinks, under fetishes, not as something normal. So the distortion of a human body is a huge, huge issue created by porn. Another unnatural representation that happens in porn is the representation of an orgasm. Now, this is an issue especially for women. Why? Because a lot of women actually struggle to orgasm. So then if we want to learn what is an orgasm and how to get there, well, the best thing we have is porn, to watch porn. And even though we kind of know that women usually fake them, we still think that they're pretty good at faking this, as in that's how an actual orgasm would look like. And so there's certain body movements, right? There's this arching of the spine. There is certain sounds that these women make. There's certain face expressions. And so then in real life, women try to copy this, but it's not really how an orgasm happens. You cannot fake these body movements, and literally that is not how most women look when they orgasm. So that is really making it difficult and very challenging for women to just let go and allow their body to naturally drop into an orgasm. And also for men who are now conditioned that that's how a woman in pleasure looks like, then men can also push their partner to go more in this direction. They can expect her to make sounds the way they have heard it in porn. And so again, it's like demanding a woman to have an experience that is not natural for her and that is actually blocking her from experiencing an orgasm. So again, the way that we represent an orgasm is just absolutely limited and really to high extent just not true. Another big issue with porn is that it's highly addictive. Now, watching this video, you may think like, no, I'm not addicted. I can choose when I watch it. It's not like I need this or I have to. But here is the thing. Every single time you watch porn and you masturbate to porn, and especially if you come to porn, there are different chemicals in your brain. So you're actually producing more dopamine. And in this moment, you are reacting just as you would eating sugar or having drugs. So every single time you're exposed to a highly addictive substance, it changes the chemistry of your brain. And so it's a process. And for some people, the addiction can happen really fast. For some people, this may take some time, but every single time, you are changing the chemistry of your brain, okay? You may not end up fully addicted, but it is impacting how your brain operates. And the consequence of this is what we call a hedonistic treadmill. So what it means is that we keep chasing that rush, and the rush we had like last week is not going to be fulfilling this week. So we always want more, we always want faster, and we're never satisfied. So you can literally see yourself running on a treadmill and never getting anywhere. And this is a big issue in the society, not just around sex, but in general. We are less satisfied with what we have in life because of this. Because we're addicted to our phones, right? We're addicted to notifications. We're addicted to food. We're addicted to alcohol. We're addicted to having activated nervous system. And then it makes us go faster and faster through life, missing the actual experience of being alive. Now, The other thing about porn, and this is something you probably haven't really heard about because this is a bit more complex and deeper, but this has to do with your sense, this is for men, with your sense of manhood and masculinity. So traditionally, we have rite of passage. We have the process of initiation that turns a boy into a man. And this process is a path of challenges. So when you overcome a challenge, you're stepping more into your masculinity and your sense of manhood, of being a man. So you need challenges. Men need challenges in their life. So when you overcome a challenge, first of all, you do feel like a man, like a true man. You're more confident in your own abilities, but there's also a reason for this. It's because you're producing more testosterone. Now, if you receive something that you didn't work for, that increases your estrogen. Now remember, testosterone is, to make it very simple, male hormone. Estrogen is a female hormone. You know, men don't want a lot of estrogen because it really changes how you look at, you move through life. You will be more stressed. You may have some health issues. As a man, you want more testosterone. So now, if you watch porn, you masturbate to porn and you come, you just experience a reward that you didn't work for. Because think about it, in the real world, you would have to go out, meet someone, you know, flirt, do whatever you need to do to get the person interested in you, to come home with you. And then when you're having sex, you cannot be selfish. You have to be also doing things for her. And then as a reward of all of this process, you can have your orgasm. But if you're just pressing play and masturbating and having an orgasm, then you got something without working for it, which means that every single time you come watching porn, your testosterone goes down and your estrogen goes up. Yet another way how it negatively impacts our life is the fact that porn actually takes us out of our body and it makes us less sensitive to sensations. So think of this. If you're watching something like maybe watching a webinar, some program, or a movie and you're eating, you're actually splitting your focus, your awareness. And then you finished eating and often we don't even register. It's like, oh my God, I just ate something. And you're actually still hungry because your brain was focused on whatever it is that you were watching and the brain didn't register that you ate. So now the same happens during watching porn. So if your brain is focused on the visual, on the video that you're watching, and you're touching yourself and the body has sensations, but your focus is not fully on those sensations, the brain can actually miss there's anything happening in your body. And over time, it loses the ability to sense what is happening in your genital area, which means that your sensitivity drops, and this is why often men struggle to come without watching porn. And the last point, which isn't directly linked to your sex life, but it's the whole industry. So the truth is that a lot of people are in some way forced to take part in this industry, especially women. We have so many young women who just, cross the legal age to be a porn star, and they go into this industry. They're really disrespected, treated very badly. If you ever watch any documentaries with these women, you will hear later on that like 99% of them really regret doing this. They felt they were really taken advantage of, harassed, abused. They just didn't see it. And for a woman, once she goes through these experiences, there's a lot of healing that she needs to go through to reclaim her sovereignty around her body. So it's just a very nasty industry that I personally don't want to support. And as a consumer, we do speak up with our money. So anytime we choose to watch porn, we are supporting this industry. And I think that's also something that we can take into consideration. So, love, as you can see, there's a lot of bad aspects about porn and how it negatively impacts your sex life. And if I was to just kind of bring it all together, I think the main issue that I see with porn is that it it fits this trend in our society of wanting to hack everything, right? You see like how to hack your workout, how to hack your diet, how to hack your social media and everything. Meaning, how can I get more in less time? And I remember a few years ago, I was working for this company and we were launching this new online program about fitness. And the idea was that, instead of spending 1 hour in the gym, you can get the same results in just 15 minutes. It was based on the principle of minimum viable dose, which basically will allow you to, just not having to go to the gym. And I remember thinking, why would I do that? I actually enjoy going to the gym. Why would I limit something that I enjoy to just 15 minutes? And this is indeed what happens. Yes, you can get more in less time, but it comes at the expense of the depth of experience. So if I was indeed trying to hack my working out routine, all of my focus would move from enjoying working out to my results, like getting leaner, losing weight, or getting stronger. And so over time, I would actually totally disconnect from the pleasure of doing the activity. So now think what happens if we try to apply the same mentality to our intimate life. If you just want the end result, which is your orgasm, then over time you will totally lose pleasure from actually making love and from being with your partner. I have heard from quite a few people that after watching a lot of porn, coming so easily, being with a partner, it feels like an effort that they don't want to go through because they can get way more pleasure with less work. Meaning they have hacked their orgasm, they have hacked their sex life. But at what price? The price of actually losing pleasure from making love to their partner. So for me, most importantly is to be mindful of how you approach your intimate life. The core of sexuality is to go deep. So if you're taking the depth away, you're really losing the very essence of what your sex life is all about. Now look, I'll tell you that ever since I got into Tantra and I started having these deeper experiences, my interest in porn is practically zero. It's like, imagine that, you would go to beautiful restaurants with beautiful design and incredible food, really high quality ingredients, healthy, nutritious food that really makes you feel good. You're not really interested in going to McDonald's. Like honestly, what porn is to sexuality, it's like what McDonald's is to all of the food and all of the cuisines that are available. Now, look, I do want to recognize one thing, and it's the fact that we do like watching sex. This is a desire that we have. We like erotica, and if you look at the absolutely crazy success of 50 Shades of Grey or 365 Days that you can see on Netflix, well, we have the proof. People want to watch this. So I personally would love to see tantric porn. And a few years ago, one of my friends, a Tantra teacher, was actually working on launching this, and I was part of the focus group. So we were watching different videos of people having tantric sex. So you would see people having kundalini move their body, having full body, multiple energy orgasm. It was amazing. So just imagine watching a whole different type of porn where, for example, a man can be soft and the couple still have a beautiful experience, where you would have connection without penetration, without intercourse, where you would have all different body types, where you would have energy sex. How exciting is this? All of the tantric massages, like that would be so beautiful. And imagine seeing all different types of an orgasm. Imagine seeing couples engaging in different ways and maybe at some point deciding that they don't want to go all the way, they want to stop, they just want to kiss and cuddle. Like actually see the variety of real experiences of what actually happens between humans. Now, probably I wouldn't call it porn because of all the negative associations that this word has, but honestly, I'm hoping that someone will create a platform to share this type of videos, because again, we have a desire to watch, and I think that desire is beautiful. just that porn is not the only way to quench that thirst. And that's what I would invite you to do. You want to watch? Go and watch. But there's so many other ways to learn about sexuality, to bring more arousal, to try new things, to spice things up. The work that I do and so many other people do these days, like, it's all available for you. Online courses, retreats, workshops, private sessions. Go and dive into sacred sexuality. I would say what sacred sexuality is like Michelin star if you're hungry. Forget the junk food. It's not gonna fulfill you. Find experiences that give you all the benefits of porn, but without the downsides. So, darling, these are all the many thoughts about porn. And what is your view? Do you watch it? Do you not watch it? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's good? Let me know in the comments below. I actually would be really interested to see where you are. How do you feel about watching porn? And darling, if you like this video, please give it a like and please subscribe to my channel if you would like more videos like this. I share something every week. Thank you so much for being here today. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week. Bye.